Dominique Lanois is so big, she can't walk or get out of bed. Nobody is sure how much she weighs.
My body is a piece.
Trapped in her own bed, she is entirely dependent on her 6 daughters to take care of her.
We never had a childhood, and she been bedbound forever.
And every day, her health is getting worse.
Nana, please come in, I can breathe.
I never saw her walk. She needs help.
With her daughters at breaking point, help is about to arrive.
This room is not your future. Your future is out there.
1, 2, 3.
If we don't take care of your health aggressively, you may die within the next few years.
My life is finished. My life is over.
Liberty City, Miami, Florida. In this community of mostly Creole-speaking Haitian immigrants, one family is hiding a big secret. 40-year-old Dominique Lanois has spent the last 2 years trapped in her small bedroom. Just 5 feet 5 inches tall, she's so big she can't walk or move around.
Yeah, my body is a prison. Because you can go nowhere or near the bed. Lay down every day, eat in the bed, take shower in the bed. It's very hard.
Because she's embarrassed by her weight, only a handful of people know how big she's grown. And her daughters have helped keep her shocking condition a secret.
But some people always be like, why they never see my mom? The one that do ask, I always be like, it's none of your business.
Dominique's days are spent talking to her daughters on the phone and sleeping. She doesn't have a television. Reminders of the world outside are too upsetting.
I feel my life is finished. My life is over.
Dominique is entirely dependent on her 6 daughters. The eldest girls have spent years cooking and cleaning for their mother. Now it's Gina's turn to take care of Mom. Just 14, she has the same dreams as any ordinary teenager.
Dancing is my thing. I love to dance. I practice a lot and wish that somebody could just come and take me and be like, you gonna be a dancer, you gonna be a star or something.
But Gina's life is far from normal. While her friends are enjoying the summer, she has to stay indoors. Because today, Gina is giving her mother a bed bath.
Mama, you want the water hot, hot, hot?
2 years ago, Dominique was still able to walk the few short steps to her bathroom. Now her legs can't bear her weight, and she's completely immobile.
She do everything on the bed, use the restroom, do everything on the bed.
Unless Gina washes her mother twice a week, she develops uncomfortable sores that could become infected. It's crucial that Gina cleans between the areas of excess flesh. But as the combined weight of her mother's breasts, arms, and legs is hundreds of pounds, it requires extra effort.
Wait, lift up your hand, lift up, lift up, lift up.
She loves me. She said I'm pretty. My daughter loves me.
Dominique's extreme weight is anchoring her body to the bed. Everything she needs has to be brought to her by one of her daughters, or has to be within arm's reach.
And now it's like I'm being the mother to my own mother.
She's 14 years old. She look like 20 years.
Gina's older sisters are also concerned. They spent years looking after their mother. Years they can never get back.
At graduation, you see friends stand up with their mother. We never had our mom to stand up with us. We never had a childhood. She been bedbound forever.
Dominique wasn't always this big. Born in Haiti 40 years ago, she was a normal weight as a teenager.
Ça me change, me change. Tout le monde m'a yé, me petit, le m'a communié, me petit.
But just after she got married at the age of 14, Dominique left Haiti for America, and her weight increased.
When I was coming to America, I was sexy, but the food made me big. I eat like junk food. Every day I can eat 2 double cheeseburgers, 3 double cheeseburgers for one day.
Dominique was regularly eating over 4,000 calories a day, twice the recommended intake for women. Eventually, her partner of 17 years left her.
My baby daddy didn't get me, I was skinny. 100 something, I stay with him. 200, I stay with him. 400 pounds, he stay with him. Like 600 pounds, he left.
Now Dominique's meals are cooked and bought for her by her 6 daughters. 20-year-old Tassilia has tried to encourage Dominique to eat more healthy food, but her sisters find it hard to say no to their mother.
Anything she asks for, they'll give it to her just so that she won't be mad. And she like everything fried. She don't like anything baked or boiled. They give her fried plantains, potato chips. She drink a lot of soda. She wouldn't drink no water, nothing that's good for her.
Dominique can't give up the high-fat foods and drinks that form her diet. To compensate, she's reduced the number of meals she eats.
Mange 7 fois par jour. Dis ça. Why? I don't want to be more big.
But eating just 1 meal a day hasn't reduced her weight, and she thinks she knows why.
Si c'est magique fait me grossir ça. M'ko m'ka gen ket grand gland k'ap développer dans moi-même. M'ba connait c'est magique fait me grossir ça.
Dominique believes there is something medically wrong with her, a belief strengthened by a recent downturn in her health.
She need help. It's not good for her to stay on the bed, can't do stuff on her own.
Increasingly, Dominique is struggling for breath.
We gotta always wake up throughout the night to make sure she's breathing. Because she's so big, her heart can stop at any time.
Time is running out for Dominique and her daughters. Coming up, help finally arrives for Dominique. But can 6 paramedics even get her out of the house? "40-year-old Dominique Lanois is morbidly obese.
My life is finished. My life is over.
For the last 20 years, she's been getting bigger and bigger.
My mom is obese. She used to be able to take steps to the bathroom, but now she got big and now she can't walk no more.
It's Monday morning in the Lanois household. 14-year-old Gina should be going to school, but not today. Her mother's been struggling to breathe through the night and has asked Gina to stay and look after her. Older sister Jeloe heads out to school without her.
Nana, please. Nana, please come in, I can breathe.
Dominique's difficulties with breathing are partly caused by excess fat on her neck and chest, which is constricting her airways and lungs. She is being suffocated by her own body.
Oh yeah, please. Please.
And the attacks are getting worse each time.
My body hit me, sometimes I feel tired. And I'm sleeping, I can't breathe. Oh God, It's a bad situation for me. It's a very bad situation.
With over 300,000 premature deaths in the U.S. each year being linked to obesity, Dominique's body has become a ticking time bomb.
When you've been gaining weight slowly over a number of years, it almost creeps up on you, the disability. First, you just can't get around as well, and then you need a slightly bigger chair, and then your joints start to hurt, but you can't quite recall how long they've been hurting, so you just learn to live with it.
O docteur a aidé, mais c'est pas ça. Je ne vais pas vivre pour longtemps. Les autres ne vont pas vivre pour longtemps.
Because I was at work thinking about, what if she died and I'm not there?
With Dominique's health getting worse by the day, her daughters were able to get in touch with a local hospital that's prepared to take her case.
J'ai besoin pour y fouiller, pour y retirer graisse ça comme avec fer.
Today she's going for a weigh-in that she hopes will change her life. If she's under 500 pounds, she could be eligible for aggressive weight loss surgery. But with no one sure just how much she weighs, the hospital has sent 3 ambulances and 6 crew members to lift her out of the house.
Hi, Dominique. How you doing? My name is Chris, part of your transport team. Are you able to maneuver at all? No, not at all? Okay. Okay. I'll be right back.
It's been months since Dominique last left the house, and in that time she's been getting bigger and bigger. The team has brought a gurney that they believe can hold her weight, but it's too wide to fit through Dominique's hallway. Now the only way they can get her out is by dragging her on a tarpaulin.
It'd be better to lay down though.
Yeah, lay back.
That's it.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh, God.
Do you want to?
All right, man.
So we're going
You guys
to the
ready?
floor.
1,
Straight
2,
back here.
3. You're not gonna fall. You're not gonna fall. I got you. There you go. You're on the ground. You're safe. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Too wide to fit down her hallway,
All right.
Dominique accidentally knocks her foot against the wall.
2, 3.
Okay, now we got to stretch your might need to go to stretch it.
Yeah, my pants have been at them pool.
Go. 1, 2, 3.
Well, put me down, please.
Just a minute, catch your breath. Relax your minute.
1, 2, 3.
Finally outside, curious neighbors are anxious to get a glimpse of Dominique. She's been hidden in her house for so long, few people even know that she's become this big.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing. And you know how big she is? For the paramedics to come and get her, and you'll see people in the neighborhood trying to look. That hurted me the most. If she don't choose to be overweight, she don't choose to be obese. It just happened.
At the Jackson North Medical Center, a room has been organized for Dominique. She's pinning her hopes on bariatric surgery and an operation to reduce the size of her stomach, allowing only minimal food intake. But all surgery is dangerous, and there's a maximum weight limit.
Weight loss surgery, obesity surgery, the risk of death complications goes up exponentially as people get heavier and heavier. And although there are bariatric surgeons who will do patients 700, 800 pounds, I won't. I have a cutoff of 500 pounds because at that point I think the risk is not low, it's high, but it's acceptable.
Until recently, Dominique could only guess how much she weighs. Now her future is about to be decided in pounds and ounces.
Dominique, you're on a bed that's going to weigh you. So, you know, when I hit 0, it's going to tell me what you weigh. Okay, the weight is...
Coming up, Dominique gets a massive shock. And can a weight loss expert turn her life around?
What do you think about taking your life?
Yes.
My job is to get you out of here.
Dominique Lanois is so obese she can't walk. Nobody knows how much she weighs, and every day she's getting bigger. But today she's got an appointment at a hospital that has a set of scales powerful enough to take her weight.
Dominique, you're on a bed that's going to weigh you. So, you know, when I hit 0, it's going to tell me what you weigh.
If she is less than 500 pounds, she can move forward with weight loss surgery and perhaps a last chance to live a normal life.
Okay, the weight is 606. 606.9.
Dominique is 106 pounds over the maximum operative threshold. 106 pounds she'll have to lose before any surgery can be considered. Her hopes for a quick fix have been crushed.
Don't cry.
Please.
Who makes up?
She been waiting for this thing for years.
Dr. Sosa steps in to try and reassure Dominique.
I've had people before who've been 650, 700 pounds that we have put on diets and plans, and they've been able to get down to 500.
The diet don't work for me. The diet don't work because I'm trying all the diet.
We will help you along the road, but you're the one that has to do most of the work.
Yeah, I wanted her to be 300 or 200 because I don't like to see her in the condition that she's in.
Back at home, Dominique is devastated. For years, she's pinned her hopes on surgery and now can't face the prospect of losing over 100 pounds through dieting. Her biggest problem is that the thing that is killing her is the thing she loves the most: food.
I love shrimp, white rice, seafood. Everybody loves seafood. So good. Haitian food so good.
Dominique's love of food has made her morbidly obese, but it's not a fact she's ready to acknowledge.
But when just from vingo, by sing the contact from vingo, I'm the campel, but my contact from vingo, vingo.
Why does somebody continue to eat and eat? We can all think about a time when we overate. And if you think about what that's like, that feeling, most people say, oh, I felt a bit guilty. I said, well, what happens right before you felt guilty? Right before is you feel incredible fullness, and it completely blots out anything else that's going on. In people who have disordered eating, they use food as a way of coping with anxiety, with loneliness, and with stress.
With no hope of imminent life-changing surgery, Dominique falls into depression. Outside, as a hurricane gathers over Miami, inside the Lanois household, her 6 daughters are caught in the eye of the storm.
Yes, Mom. She called me all the time. I was stressed. She stressed me.
Mike, that's not the point. Your head, that has nothing to do with everything else.
Dominique's behavior is driving away the people she most depends on, her daughters. Fabienne, 24, is finding it particularly difficult.
Because if you give me respect, you go give me respect.
How?
If you...
I don't even live here.
Let me
You take your anger
No,
out
lie,
of us.
no, lie.
Yeah, that's true, Mike. She disrespecting us, talking to us any kind of way, do whatever she want with us, and we just listening to her. Everybody says she got good daughters, but she don't see that.
But just when the Lanois family think they've hit rock bottom, help is on its way. Dr. Hernandez, a weight loss expert who does home visits, has been asked to take on Dominique's case.
The success rate on this kind of a program is almost 100%.
Dr. Hernandez has treated many super obese patients, but Dominique is the biggest he's ever encountered.
Hey, young lady.
Yes, good morning.
How are you, Mama?
I'm okay, Doc.
I am the voice in the desert. You must listen to me. I will tell you which way to go, and you're not going to fail. What are you thinking about?
I keep thinking every day.
What do you think about taking your life?
Yes.
Listen to me. You've been shut in this prison for 2 years, right? This room is not your future. Your future is out there. My job is to get you out of here, all right? It's not going to be fast. but you have to do what I tell you.
Dr. Hernandez has asked Dominique and her daughters to show him a food diary, a list of what she eats and drinks through a typical week. He's shocked.
Every day I see that you're having one meal. Is that what you're eating? One meal. So on Friday we had lemonade as your food and some salty crackers. And on Saturday you had grilled fish and 4 corns on the cob. Sunday 2 cans of chicken soup, diet lemon juice and water. Monday we had a Subway footlong and a Diet Coke. Tuesday we had chicken and rice. Wednesday you had chicken soup with crackers. What we are dealing with here is not insufficient food. I think your metabolic rate has shut down for a number of reasons. One of them is that you eat 1 time a day.
Under Dr. Hernandez's weight loss program, 3 meals totaling only 700 calories will be delivered to Dominique's house every day, a third of her normal daily intake. Eating smaller meals more frequently should raise her metabolism and eat away at the fat reserves.
Assuming her family doesn't bring her other stuff, and assuming that she eats what I give her, the calories are in the bank.
For the first time in years, Dominique feels hopeful.
I want to be skinny. I was to try fight. You know, fight with them, mate. Fight to come in skinny.
Before she can start her weight loss program, Dominique must have a full medical checkup at the Jackson South Community Hospital. For the first time, doctors will have a chance to thoroughly investigate what's going on inside Dominique and make sure she has no underlying medical complications.
Good morning, Ms. Lanois. How are you this morning? I'm Dr. Pancorbo. Very nice to meet you. With this detailed and thorough workup, we're going to be able to determine what has been the impact of the morbid obesity in her heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, as well as the bones.
Back at home, Dominique's daughters are hopeful their lives are about to change.
Well, we're cleaning up and we're like remodeling her room. We're just fixing everything up so when she comes she can see like a surprise.
Yes, we're thinking about our new life. We're going to have a fresh start. For the first time in 17 years, we're going to have a mother.
Dr. Hernandez has arranged a new bed for Dominique. Complete with built-in scale, it will allow the family to weigh her once the diet begins.
Well, I think she's going to be more comfortable, and anything that makes her happy makes me happy.
The hospital has completed all the tests on Dominique. Daughter Cecilia has come along to be with her mother when she gets the results. Now, for the first time, they're about to find out what Dominique's massive weight is doing to her body. Coming up.
If we don't take care of your health aggressively, you may die within the next few years.
Go fight to do something. It's not easy, but I'm going to fight.
Dominique Lanois is supermorbidly obese. At over 600 pounds, she has been immobile and trapped in her house for years. Now, a full medical checkup is about to reveal the shocking effect Dominique's weight has had on her body.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have done x-rays, we have done ultrasounds, and extensive blood work. We have found so far there is congestion of the lungs where the heart is not pumping strong enough for her body size and for her body weight, and then for that reason she accumulates fluid in her lungs, which is called pulmonary edema. With the excessive amount of weight that she has, that's too much pressure, too much fat on the heart. Unless we do something drastically, unless we put him on a very strict diet so she could safely undergo surgery, she may die within the next few years.
Dominique's body mass index, a calculation of body fat based on height and weight, is 101. Shockingly for her, a BMI of just 40 can reduce life expectancy by 10 years. It should be the wake-up call Dominique needs, but she seems unwilling to take the message in.
I don't want to die. I'm too pretty to die yet. I look good. I know I look good. But I want to come and be sexy. Because I love you, I love you, I love you.
Thank you very much.
You look good, you're pretty. Let me talk. Okay?
She doesn't acknowledge 100% that we're dealing with a deadly disease, that we're dealing with a change in her habits completely. Otherwise, she may die within the next few years.
Dominique's denial is typical of many patients suffering with a food disorder.
So, I mean, denial is simply a way of saying that it's too painful for us to actually acknowledge that something is a problem. Because to acknowledge something is a problem is then to acknowledge that there's a possibility of change, and change is going to be very, very difficult.
Dominique may not have taken the doctor's warning seriously, but her daughter Cecilia has.
This is her last chance for us to help her to lose the weight. Because if we do not help her lose the weight and to get the surgery done, the only thing we could do is just watch her die slowly.
After 2 days in the hospital, Dominique is due home. Fabienne has decided to be at her mother's house to welcome her when she arrives. The 24-year-old hasn't always gotten along with her mom, but today she wants to heal the wounds.
Today, my mom is coming, so we'll wait and see what's yet to come with the drama. I hope she likes the bed.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's the first time Fabienne has seen her mother being brought back from the hospital, and she is overwhelmed.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Dang, everybody wants to be strong now.
Alright? Don't worry. It's okay.
The people send these small people. The people know I'm big, man.
You guys have to make sure you got it so she won't
We're gonna
fall.
get her. We're gonna get her. That's why we did the song. 3.
Seeing Fabienne break down hurts Dominique.
She cry. Come here, mama. Don't cry. Come here.
Finally, the reality that she could die in her 40s hits home.
I don't die yet. I'm fighting for my life. Now I'm going to fight to lose some weight. It's not easy, but I'm going to fight.
It's the first day of Dominique's diet. 3 meals totaling 700 calories a day are delivered direct to her house. If she sticks to it and avoids any other food, she should eventually lose the 100 pounds necessary to receive weight loss surgery. But Dominique doesn't like the meals.
See the diet food? I don't know where that food come from. I hate that food. Kill no good. I don't like it. I put it in the garbage. You see, it's got water. I know water. Something about that. I can't eat it. It's not grease. It's water. I can't eat it.
She refuses to eat the diet meal and starts asking her daughters for their food.
I said no. Sucks to be you.
Oh, I hate Fabienne. Fabienne coming with food. How is... Oh, she don't give me to me. Between bread.
The girls won't give in to their mother. By the end of the day, she's starving and has to eat the diet food, all 3 meals, in one sitting. It goes against everything she's been told. Eating 1 large meal instead of 3 smaller ones is lowering her metabolism and increasing her weight. Six days later, Dominique is still struggling with the diet. The sudden shift from eating 2,000 calories a day to just 700 is making her crave junk food.
Yeah, she always asking for other type of food that I know she can't eat. Like if I'm eating a pizza, she'll ask, or she'll say that she want Chinese food, stuff like that, or Haitian food. If I'm eating it, she'll want it. But I have to tell her no. I don't like to tell her no because she's my mother, but now I'm trying to help her stick to the diet.
But it's not easy when her mother begs.
Give me some lambi, please.
Mom, you can't eat it. My first one.
Can I have some?
Mom, you can't eat it, and I'm not gonna give it to you.
You're so mean, God.
Eat the diet food.
To help manage her hunger, Dominique has been prescribed appetite suppressants. They should stop her from wanting food, but desperate for surgery, she ignores the doctor's prescription.
I'm supposed to take 2, but I'm taking 5. Because I don't... Yeah, I drink the pill. No, I take 2. You drink 2? Yes. I drink 5. Yes.
Taking this many pills isn't good for her and won't help her lose the weight any faster. But that's not what Dominique thinks.
I need the dream come true for me. I need to go to the surgery quick. Because I need to come skinny.
With Dominique's first weigh-in just around the corner, her diet is already in danger of failing. Coming up, Dr. Hernandez arrives to weigh Dominique.
Let's get rid of everything that's on this bed and get a number.
And her diet implodes.
Last night I sort of caught her eating fried shrimp. I don't know who gave it to her.
40-year-old Dominique Lanois weighs 606 pounds. The same size as 5 women of the average healthy weight for her height. Now she's on a life-saving diet in a desperate bid to lose 100 pounds to be accepted for weight loss surgery. It has been 2 weeks since the start of the diet, and Dr. Hernandez has arrived for a first weigh-in.
Knocky, knocky.
Good morning, doctor.
How are you, young lady?
I'm okay, Dad.
Well, let's get rid of everything that's on this bed and get a number.
It's the moment the family has been waiting for.
Whoa, this pillow weighs like 8 pounds.
Dominique is anxious to know if she's lost any weight.
All right. 579.5. It's very good. You're doing good. Okay, so we got 31 pounds in about 2 weeks. Did you ever expect to lose 31 pounds in 2 weeks? What did you expect to lose?
You crazy. She thought she was going to lose 100 pounds.
In a week? Well, I can give you a sleeping pill and you can dream if you like.
To help shed even more weight, Dr. Hernandez wants Dominique to start exercising in her bed.
Your arms, Mommy. 10 times backwards.
Okay.
10 times up and down.
It's very hard, doctor.
Then you do it 5 times. Then you do it 3 times. Then you do it however many times you need. I'm your weight loss angel, and you need to follow my instructions.
I'm fine.
I'm not here to waste my time. I'm here to save your life. But you have to do what I tell you, Mama.
If y'all lose the 112 pounds, I stay with 500, I can get this surgery?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm going to find, doctor, believe me.
We'll see you next week.
Dr. Hernandez is pleased with Dominique's weight loss, but remains cautious.
Much of what she's lost, maybe 10 or 12 pounds, is going to be just water weight from getting rid of excess water. So we won't see this kind of weight loss all the time.
Inspired by her mother's success, daughter Tessilia has started her own health and fitness regime. 33% of children growing up with a chronically overweight parent also become obese. And Tessilia doesn't want to become a statistic.
Trying to get on a diet and to educate myself what to eat and what not to eat, because I do not want to be obese like my mother. Obesity runs in my family, period.
Okay, like it.
It's week 3 of Dominique's diet. She needs to lose another 80 pounds if she's ever going to get the weight loss surgery she desperately wants.
2, 3, 4.
She's been doing the exercises Dr. Hernandez has ordered her to do. But she's craving the sugar-high diet and carb-rich foods she's been used to eating.
Give me some, Mama. Please. Give me some.
No, Mom.
What we know about junk foods is that They have a very pleasurable effect on our body, that the brain responds to them in the same way that perhaps alcohol or cocaine or those types of drugs affect people, that it stimulates the reward center, and it sets into motion kind of a pattern for dysfunctional eating.
And like any addict, Dominique soon finds a way of getting what she wants.
Last night I sort of caught her eating fried shrimp with biscuits and mashed potatoes. She had a little iced tea in the corner of the bed. I don't know when she'll ever learn. I don't know who gave it to her. I doubt it was one of my sisters.
The diet is broken. Guilt-ridden at eating food she shouldn't and frustrated at not getting the junk meals she craves, Dominique turns her anger on her daughters.
I don't want nobody else in the house. Please, tell everybody to stay away. No kids don't have no respect, no kids don't clean.
She's furious that the girls haven't cleaned the house and wants them to leave.
I don't know kids in my life. Please. The kids don't have no respect for mama. The kids don't see where I'm sick from. The kids don't care for me, please.
I don't know what happened to her. She woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
But 16-year-old Jeloe believes her mother's outburst isn't really about the state of the house.
I think it does have to do with her diet, because now she just wakes up and just starts to argue for no reason.
One of the psychological rationales for these types of diets is that they remove what they call the substance of abuse. And that can be very, very challenging for people who have always gone to food. You know, something bad happens, I feel something bad, I eat, it goes away. It's if the world has ended. This is the way some of these adults feel.
Okay, just out now.
When the children ignore her orders to leave the house, Dominique takes drastic action.
I'm going to call police now. No police, I need police.
Coming up, the police arrive.
To push her stuff out.
But it's Dominique who gets busted.
Babalu, what is this? Are you drinking that stuff?
I don't lie, I'm a big woman.
Dominique has to lose weight, or she could be dead within 2 years. After just 2 weeks of dieting, she's gone from 606 pounds to 579, a loss of almost 30 pounds. But after 3 weeks of living without junk food, Dominique's behavior becomes wildly unpredictable.
I'm going to call police now.
Now she's called the police because she claims her daughters haven't cleaned the house.
I'm going to work to put this stuff out. I'm going to work to push her stuff out. Tonight, nobody's sleeping there.
It's an unfortunate situation, but you gotta understand, my powers are limited. I can't make them clean, okay? And I can't kick them out today. You have to get an eviction.
I'm trying to work.
So that's all I can do.
Finally, Dominique backs down, and the police leave. But the fight has left her older daughters ready to walk out.
Like what you said, we just need to move out and stay out her way, let her live by herself. Let her have her way and see how long it lasts.
That's her life. The monster mom.
It's 4 weeks after the diet began, and Dominique is due to have her weekly weigh-in with Dr. Hernandez. She's optimistic about the amount of weight she has lost.
I think I'll lose 79 pounds, 75, 9 pounds.
Before he arrives, she's hidden a bottle of soda. Dr. Hernandez has ordered her to drink only water.
I drink juice. He tell me don't drink juice.
How are you, Mama?
I'm okay, bro.
Let's get rid of everything that's on this bed and get a number. Mama, do not move. Okay, so we have to, okay, 582. So then you went down to 579, and now we're 582.
Incredibly, Dominique has gained 3 pounds since the last weigh-in.
It's not supposed to come up, it's supposed to come down.
You're not doing what I tell you. You're doing whatever you want.
But Dominique is convinced the scales on her bed are broken.
This It's not good. Just think no good, dog, believe me.
But then Dr. Hernandez sees the soda she's tried to hide. His worst fears are confirmed.
Babalu, what is
No,
this?
it's for my dog. I don't like you. You tell the doctor I drink it. You see I don't drink it. You make me nervous now. Excuse me, doctor. You make me nervous. Believe me. I don't lie. I'm a big woman.
Mama, are you drinking that stuff?
No, doctor. I'm sorry, I don't drink it. I love myself. I don't want people lying me. I don't like it.
Who are you going to listen to?
Listen to you.
That's not what you're doing.
I do it. Believe me, I do it.
It's very difficult to believe that with the meal plan that we are supplying, she's not losing weight. And if she's gaining weight, for sure she has to be ingesting other food, other things that people are giving her.
Until she starts helping herself, he can't help her.
I'm a doctor, I'm not a magician. You know, I can't wave my magic wand and make people do what I tell them to do. Maybe she's not ready.
Go help me.
Dominique is a long way away from her dream of quick fix surgery.
I don't know when she'll ever learn. I would have said that maybe when she can't walk or she's stuck on a bed, but that's already happening right now, so I doubt that her diet is going to go well in the future.
With 95% of all dieters rapidly putting back on the weight they have lost, Dominique faces an uphill battle.
What you see is that lots of people do lose weight initially, but not many people keep weight off because the psychological issues have not been addressed, and then they'll go back to using food in the same way during times of loneliness, stress, and anxiety.
But Dominique is still determined to lose the weight.
If you need something, you're supposed to fight for that. Like Obama, Nick, the president, he fight. And you want to be something in your life, you're supposed to fight for that. It's not easy, but I'm going to fight for that.
For Dominique, dieting down to 500 pounds is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. But recent weigh-ins have been encouraging. She's gradually losing more weight, edging closer to surgery, and perhaps a new life. For her daughters, the dream that their mother will walk again one day is getting nearer.
If I become the dancer that I want to be, she could sit in the audience and screaming out my name saying, oh, that's my daughter, like other mothers be doing for their child. I think one day she would be sitting and screaming out my name.